What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new TCW show. It's been a minute. But now if you're watching this back later, it hasn't been a minute. And the other really interesting thing, if we look at how things have gone, the other really interesting thing is we used to only do 22 to 24 shows a season, and now this is season 25. So that is big stuff. But welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. We've got lots of matches here tonight. Lots of people going to be involved. Look at this. Arthur Stevenson going to make his debut here tonight in TCW. Have some title belts on the line in a four-way match at the end of the night in the main event for the Money in the Bank briefcase. But to kick it off, the second biggest match of the night, Cheyenne will be facing off against Witcher for the Women's Meltdown Championship. So couldn't have started it off any bigger, probably couldn't have ended it any bigger. So lots of things to get into. Including getting the sound going.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's World Championship.
So longest running faction in our universe, the TWO, getting ready and in force, getting ready to come down and see if they can't claim another belt here tonight, and not just any belt, but the biggest belt on Monday Night Meltdown. Say that 5 times fast. But the women making their way down. This has got to be one of the more scary factions when you look at it. As far as the women are concerned, you look at some of the other factions or things that have been going on the women's side, and honestly, not a lot of stuff really able to take hold. We've seen a lot of tag teams able to stick around, but the brand new look of Witcher going out, beat Melinda for the world title, and now bringing that world title and walking out on her own. Didn't even bring anybody with her. Not going to bring the Wolfpack. Not going to bring anybody out here. Going to do it by herself, facing off the faction of the NWO. Almost gives you those Sting vibes a little bit. But out here tonight, and realize this, the world title belt is on the line. So is this going to be things legends are made of, or will Cheyenne, one of the other greatest female wrestlers of all time in our universe, will she be able to bring home the world title to the TWO?
Introducing the challenger from Jefferson City, Missouri, Shire Davis. And her opponent from the Queen City, the Women's World Champion, the Witch, Tony Khan.
And it's been interesting, this brand new look from Witcher now also bringing in kind of a different attitude. You almost look at the attitude of the supernatural Witcher. You look at the attitude of the biker Witcher, and now them kind of being mixed together right here. But again, you look at, you know, if we were rating the top 3 female wrestlers for 7 seasons, it has basically been Aussie number 1, Cheyenne number 2, and now Witcher kind of moving up. There's been quite a few different people that really move into that 3rd spot. But one of the belts that Cheyenne, while she has been the Universal Women's Champion forever, one of the belts really unable to get her hands on or hold for very long has been this world title belt. Will that change here tonight, or will Witcher keep that streak going as well? And both these women can easily injure Knight in a few moves. Cheyenne has got a 3-move system that she has proven on multiple occasions can injure Knight. And with Witcher coming out by herself, the NWO actually coming out in force. Will the NWO get involved, or the TWO get involved? And play a role in a Cheyenne victory, or maybe even a Cheyenne loss. We've seen managers make mistakes as well. Holy Moses, have not seen that move. Witcher takes absolute advantage of it, flips Cheyenne over, and went for the pin. What's going on, Logan? You were in the main event here tonight. And you can see both these women, very powerful movesets, but that power is not generated by their size. It is generated by the speed and the force in which they pull off their moves. So both these women can end your night quickly. And ever since joining the Wolfpack, look, Kylie talking to the referee right now kind of has the referee distracted, and that might have just distracted Witcher. Cheyenne able to get it turned around, now trying to put her in the 8-second ride. Hits it. Is that gonna be it? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Witcher somehow able to kick out of the 8-second ride. You can hear the crowd right now chanting "Fight Forever." But that's the weird thing about their matches, typically, because of the power they use in their matches. Matches usually don't take too long. Now look, TWO members throwing the black bat in the ring. Referee sees it though. And even though they haven't really gone after Witcher, you gotta wonder, all these things that are happening around the ring, if it isn't a distraction to Witcher, if it isn't somehow messing with Witcher, and Witcher split open in this match, and that's almost what you'd expect. You'd almost expect both these women at one point. Just the absolute brutality of this match. And Cheyenne going for a big move. Oh, Witch's brew out of nowhere. Is Cheyenne gonna tap out? And we have seen Witcher get away from the Witch's Brew here lately, but now bringing it back. And look, even if she was trying to tap out, they have the referee distracted. Finally, Charles Robinson realizes what's going on, and that might have given Cheyenne just enough time. But look, again, Kylie right back in. Right back in. Oh, Charles Robinson throws Kylie out of the match. And again, we look at it. Is that a distraction for Witcher? Right now, she looks like she's back on track. Thought she was going to get running. Oh, little sneakity deekity. Witcher rolls it back over. And Witcher ends up getting the pin to retain the Women's Meltdown World Championship. Absolutely crazy. I don't know that the TWO helped their cause exactly. It looked like maybe at one point they kind of did. But then you see eventually Kylie getting thrown out of the match. Cheyenne, though, able to put the finisher on Witcher. Witcher, though, kicks out. Cheyenne refusing to tap, then tries a sneaky pin maneuver. Witcher able to turn it around and get out of here with the victory. And here you see it right there. Tried to roll it in real quick, but great thinking by Witcher instead of kicking out, and I don't think Cheyenne was expecting it.
Here is your winner, and still Women's World Champion, the Witch, Tony Cox.
Brand new look, brand new attitude from the Witcher. What's going on, Matt Storm? Welcome to the show. You two are in the main event tonight. Logan, you, Totes, and GC Rock in the main event for the Money in the Bank briefcase. But Witcher, usually tapping out her opponents, gets the pin on Cheyenne here tonight to retain the title belt. Lots of crazy matches here tonight. Now, again, we're going to see the TWO women. Misty getting ready to put the Women's Universal Television title belt on the line against Rebecca Dawn. We've seen Rebecca win this match, or not this match, but win this title belt a few times. Can she add another one here tonight, or will Misty continue to dominate?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's, the Universal World Television Championship.
So again, we talked about it at the top of the show. Most of our seasons have only been, last year was like 4 seasons together, you know what I mean? Like over 100 shows. But up until then, they've only been 22 to 24 episodes. So hitting episode 25 here tonight. Kind of a little bit different look now too from Rebecca Dawn. The same, but a little bit different. So yeah, even though we haven't had the shows on, even though we haven't been doing all the things, there has been a lot of content still on the channel. Make sure you check out every single day. We drop the individual matches in the order they happen. I don't know if people realize that, but the individual matches that drop are in the order they happen. So, pretty cool. We are building out playlists so every individual wrestler could go back then and watch their wrestler's entire career in the order it happened. Pretty cool. We've also added a brand new series where we have a baseball player making his way up through the minor leagues, making decisions. Like, there's different ways he could go, but making decisions, trying to get to the Major League Ball Club, see if he can make an impact, see how his baseball career grows, and that releases every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We see shorts releasing every 3 days on the channel. So even though we haven't been doing the live shows here lately, there is still a ton of content being produced on the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the videos. Probably the most important thing you can do if you want to become a member. I'm trying to find better ways to have more member content come out, but really helps out the channel. So let's get back to the show.
Introducing the challenger from Chesapeake, Virginia, the irresistible force, Rebecca Dawn. And her opponent from Austin, Texas, the Universal World Television Champion, the Grim Reaper, Mighty Watson.
So here we go, getting off to a quick start. Rebecca Dawn hits Misty, and you can see there is going to be a size difference here. Misty, one of the more powerful wrestlers in the women's division, a world champion by her own right. Rebecca Dawn wanting to return and try to earn a majors world title. We saw that she was the junior women's world title when we had the developmental league titles in play, but we've seen her win many other title belts, and this might be the first step towards getting in to a universal category. Now, before, when everybody else has won the women's television title, it wasn't in the universal, but since the brand split has happened, the television title moved over in to the universal title picture. That way it can be defended at our Wednesday Night Wars show. Now, that show will still happen every other week, probably even set to happen in this week. And we see this from time to time. You see wrestlers wanting to prove their technical ability, and you wonder, is that because maybe we've seen something, or they saw something maybe on the socials, or maybe the fans were like, oh, they're just a power wrestler, they have no technical skill, or oh, they're not strong enough. And then we see them get in the ring almost wanting to prove differently. But if you're going to fight Misty, one of the things you've got to make sure you do is stay in control of the match. You do not want Misty. You can see right now, we talked about maybe this is the year of the giant. Misty, not a giant, but an absolute powerhouse wrestler. And we have long said during this season that really this could be the season of Misty again. She has proven it with winning this television title and then not letting go of it. Rebecca Dawn, though, comes in tonight hoping to change that. TWO women having a shot at the women's world title. And look, right off the bat, you can tell these ladies mean business here tonight. Rebecca Dawn just got split open by Misty. And Misty continuing to go after the head and like upper torso of Rebecca Dawn. And it didn't take long. Which goes back to proving the point. You got to stay in control of the match. You got to be the one that controls the pacing of it. Especially when you're in the ring with Misty. Misty now setting up. Oh! Oh! Look at that. A little possum playing going on. Missy was getting ready to perform some kind of move. And Becky able to reverse it around. Missy trying to stop it again. Will she catch the champion off guard? 2. And Missy allowing the 2 count and then kicking out with authority. But you can almost sense right now Rebecca kind of feeling it. Delivering the feet, delivering the hands. And this is really smart, using the ring like high risk, high reward, but because of the size difference right here, using the ring to help generate more power, hooks the leg, 2. And again, still with that same authority, able to kick out. Getting her back in the corner, though. This time, Misty looking like she's turning around. Red's Redemption. This might be it. 1, 2. Red's Redemption almost ends the night of Rebecca Dawn. Misty not known for going up top, taking it to the top. Huge shoulder block, especially when you look. Again, you look at the size of the 2. And you see the huge shoulder block coming in. There's a lot of weight coming behind that because of the difference in size of the wrestlers. Oh, the Vulcan Death Grip. Gotta love it. Oh, almost got Rebecca, gets out of the way. Got taken from behind, then Bulldog. I am shocked. Becky able to get her up. That might have done it right there, too. Misty not used to getting powerbombed, but you can tell there wasn't a lot of authority getting kicked out now. And you got to believe if Becky can get this in, will this be it? We might have a brand new Women's Universal Television Champion 2, 3, and we do. Somehow Becky coming out on top. She got off to a quick start in this match. But then Misty getting firmly in control, and I'm going to tell you right now, when this night started, the TWO probably figured it would go a lot different than it's gone. Right there, you would have thought that would have been the end of the match. But you could almost sense a huge momentum shift when it looked like Misty was getting ready and she kind of did that roll where she was going to jump up, grab Becky, and I think that might have been the match right there. Becky, though, able to get up, turn around, reverse it, power bomb Misty, and then right here you can tell not kicking out with that same authority, going right in to her finishing move and able to end the night. I don't think if she just hits her with the finisher, I don't think that would have done it. But that power bomb probably took the wind out of Misty, and then that power slam to finish it off.
And new Women's the Universal World Television Champion, the Irresistible Force, Rebecca Dawn.
So the women of the TWO not having the best night, but congratulations going out to Rebecca Dawn, the women's brand new Universal Television Champion. So we've seen the champion, we've seen the world champion win. And again, you look kind of a slightly new, it wasn't a big change, but a slightly different change to the entrance attire. You know, Becky walks out, brand new confidence, you know what I mean? Comes out, next thing you know, walking out with a title belt. Now, we haven't seen either of these guys in a hot minute. Management wanting to get them into the ring, see what's going downtown. TJ Mitchell absolutely has got his work cut out for him, to say the least.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Grays, England, weighing in at 176 pounds, TJ Mitchell!
This is one of those things where you look at the divided management. We don't officially know who the two GMs are of both of the brands. We do know that there is a committee. We don't know their identity, but we do know that there is a committee. Don't know how many people are on it. We do know that there are GMs. The GMs have not come out and made themselves known, but they did draft their own rosters. When you look at the rosters, you see a lot of the veteran that have been around 5, 6, 7 seasons on the Meltdown brand. You see a lot of the newcomers more on the Outbreak brand. But you do see some vets on the Outbreak. You do see some of the newcomers only been around maybe 1, 2, 3 seasons. But the crazy thing is, TJ Mitchell hasn't been around that long at all. And so when we talked about...
From Avalon, weighing in at 273 pounds, Jake.
When we talked about how this brand split is really going to help some of the people coming in to the universe, maybe getting them in and through faster, TJ Mitchell might have a tougher road to hoe. You know what I mean? He's got to go through a lot of the people that are already and have already been in this universe, gaining the experience, gaining the points, doing the things, and getting a shot at a guy we believe and really starting to look more and more like he could carry the world title belt. Obviously, it looks like he could carry the Universal Hardcore title, but starting to look like a guy who might be carrying the world title belt. Will he be able to elevate his game? Will Jake Plague be able to do it? But TJ Mitchell having a huge shot here tonight. Can TJ get it done against Jake Plague? And look at this. You look at Jake Plague and you're like, oh, big man. Big man make owie. Him go boom boom. You know what I mean? And Jake Plague getting started. He's not fast, but running after TJ Mitchell, saying, hey, let's get this going fast. Trying to spread around the ring like a plague. And now with the addition of Paul Bearer at his side, you know, Paul Bearer, you look at it, leading the Undertaker, leading that darkness, doing what he did, helping elevate the Undertaker. Can Paul Bearer find lightning in an urn twice? Can he help Jake Plague take the next step? And Jake Plague out here, he's not even messing around. I don't think TJ exactly expected that the Plague would want to be wrestling at a pace like this. This is more of a TJ Mitchell type pace, a faster pace. And TJ's going to find he is going to have to do things and take some big risks. Hope that they pay off to get things turned around in this match. But the one thing you can't do is keep taking overhand rights from Jake Plague like that is going to end your night with a quickness. Even if the pacing of the match slows down, you got to be the one controlling it. Especially in a size difference like this. Now look, getting it turned around. Bending Jake Plague in ways Jake probably didn't realize he could bend. And now he's got to start using the ring. While he's in control, using the ring. How did he pick him up? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. If it was Frankie Two Fingers in the ring right now, I'd be going off the top ropes. I'd be doing springboards. I'd be doing whatever I can to generate more power. But right now, looks like Jake is calling for it. And hits him with the world domination and ends TJ's night. Now, there was a couple moments in there where you're like, oh, TJ's going to get this done. TJ's getting it turned around. But look, even picking him up to do that back suplex, which I didn't think, I would have lost money on that. Didn't think he'd be able to do, but that takes a lot of energy out of you to hit that move. So was that the right time to necessarily hit that move? Probably not.
Here is your winner, Jake.
But look, this is a brand new looking Jake Plague. Jake, with Paul Bear, looks very focused, very determined, probably more determined than we have ever seen him since coming to the TCW. We've seen him join a couple different factions, kind of get lost in the shuffle in those factions, to be fair. So now, like going out on his own, doing his own thing, it kind of makes a lot more sense in order to elevate yourself. Because getting lost in the shuffle of a faction sometimes, you know, some people in the faction are elevated, some people are actually getting lost, and it's not helping them progress forward. So we'll see another guy, I haven't seen him in a hot minute, Frost Freeman, getting his shot tonight on the men's TWO side, getting his shot at Andrew Dubbs. What is going on? JD Dog. J-Dog. I feel like I should know who you are. You guys change your name a lot, though. Hard to keep up with. Unless you're new. Maybe you're brand new and I don't know, but I feel like I know a J-Dog.
One fall, making his way to the ring, representing the NWO from Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, weighing in at 237 pounds, the Universal World Television Champion, the Innovator, Andrew Dubbs.
What's crazy, we look at, you know, the brand split happens, and then you look at where... Oh, okay. Okay. Welcome to the show, brother. You look at when the brand split happens, you see a lot of the Universal titles on the side of the Meltdown brand. Will that be the same after the Wednesday Night Wars? It will be what it is, you know what I mean? But we haven't made it to our first Wednesday Night War. I think that is actually going to be our next episode. where both brands will then get legitimate shots. Like if the Meltdown wrestler owns the title, they will be fighting against an Outbreak wrestler. So we'll see what happens when the Wednesday Night Wars come. Now, typically the Universal Television title would be on the line, but it is not on the line here tonight.
Georgia, weighing in at 235 pounds, Frost Freeman!
Frost Freeman coming out with his new look. Again, haven't seen him in a hot minute. And both of these wrestlers, very similar style of wrestling. Andrew Dubbs, Canadian, Japanese, both influences are kind of in there. You look at Frost Freeman, kind of the same, has a little bit of the luchador, has a little bit of the Japan style in there. So how will these two end up matching up? Going to be very, very interesting to see how things unfold. But as a commentator, I'm almost betting that we are going to be seeing some things that maybe we haven't even seen before. We might be seeing some reversals that we haven't even seen before. We might be seeing some offense in the ways that they get in and out of moves that we haven't seen before. Whoa! What? What was that? It was like anything he could do, I could do better. And when I was talking about maybe some things we haven't seen before, I wasn't talking about the Matrix glitching. But that's what just happened. We just witnessed the glitch in the Matrix. But both wrestlers able to get back in time, in sync with this timeline, and get things going again. Now, usually, and you can tell the Canadian style of Dubs coming out, one to go with the ground game, keeping him on the ground, doing some things, making sure he stays down, and performing his moves. You can see the Japanese style where Frost Freeman doesn't necessarily want him down, but continually pounds away. And now Andrew Dubbs wanting to prove that maybe he's the better technical wrestler. But Frost Freeman not allowing that, having that reverse wrist lock. And again, in an instance of anything you can do, I can also do. Dubbs hitting him with that wrist lock now twice. And something we haven't really even talked about either is the addition of Bobby the Brain Heenan now managing the TWO and what that is going to mean. Andrew Dubbs winning that television title. Digital holding on to the Universal Hardcore title. And now him and Chilivok will be going after the United States Tag Team title belts here tonight. Frost Freeman, though, getting in control of this match. Dubbs kind of reeling a little bit. And you wonder, with the television title not being on the line, is that affecting what Dubbs is doing here tonight? Don't know, but again, Japanese influences incoming. Hits him. 1, 2, 3. And Frost Freeman could have become the television champion here tonight had that title belt been on the line. But instead has to settle for pinning the champion. And then you got to wonder, does that set up? Obviously, if we've got a Wednesday Night Wars match coming up, Dubbs may not be the champion. But if he does, if he retains the belt, you got to believe Frost Freeman on the Meltdown brand has got to be the top contender for that belt right now after beating the champion and beating him in the way that he did. It's funny, we saw, like we were talking about, some of the back and forth, but Frost able to come out on top.
Frost Freeman!
And we know that there are things that'll be happening. We know that we're going to be seeing faction wars start up here before too long. So then you got to kind of wonder, because really TWO has been absolutely dominating here as of late. But in this show here tonight, I mean, they are really getting their lunch handed to them. Can Matt Storm turn that around? Can Digital Dogs turn that around? We're definitely going to have to see. What is going on, Blaze? Welcome to the show, brother. Two guys, if you're not over there checking out Blaze Radio, make sure you get over there and check out his channel. We'll leave the description right there. But now we have seen this guy appearing on the sidelines of the War faction.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
And now we are about to see the Lord Arthur Stevenson making his in-ring debut here tonight. We saw some things go on in the TWO, in the corporate syndicate, in the corporation, in the syndicate, where Jay Savage kind of got one done over on him. Then we saw him and Totes get turned on in the TWO. And then all of a sudden, you see the Lord Arthur Stevenson start appearing by his side. Jay Savage, of course, winning the Universal World title belt, bringing in Arthur Stevenson to kind of have his back, to have Totes' back. Said it was the only other guy they could really trust, and then bring in Drew Hawthorne on board. But here tonight in his debut match, the man from England will be taking on the leader, the brand new leader of the corporate syndicate and current United States champion. Now, we know that the corporate syndicate isn't on the Meltdown brand. We know that. However, the corporate syndicate is holding Meltdown brand titles, so before they can be released to the Outbreak show, they've got to defend these title belts for as long as they can, and they have been doing a phenomenal job. However, the Lord Arthur Stevenson here to try and change that tonight. The Lord not only trying to take a United States title, but also banish JP over from the Meltdown brand to the Outbreak brand. Can he get it done in his debut match here tonight?
Introducing the challenger from Blackpool, England, weighing in at 269 pounds, Lord Arthur Stevenson. And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 203 pounds, the United States Champion, the All-American JP.
JP even holding the tattoo of the "We the People" right there on his shoulder since winning the United States title belt. Can he keep it going? Can he keep it going? So the other thing that he's going to have to contend with here tonight is the fact that the rest of, well, maybe not the rest, but a large portion, it's only Totes right now and Drew that are missing. But JP's out here by himself, not allowed by the GM to have his faction out here because technically is not even supposed to be on this show. And right now, the Lord Arthur Stevenson taking it to JP, but we have seen this before. JP can absolutely take a beating. But what we haven't seen before is the Lord. So what are his capabilities? What is he going to do? What can he do? What is his style of wrestling? How does it translate into the TCW? You see Paul Ellering right there throwing the sledgehammer in. One! And JP able to kick out in just one. No, and it's way too early, but I was going to say, I thought Stevenson right there was going to pick up JP and smash him down on that sledgehammer. Instead, referee right on top of the action. Now, we know we've got our own personal referees. We will not see either one of them here tonight. But we do have some brand new referees in the TCW. And I'm going to tell you, we probably haven't seen a debut like this since Matt Storm, but the Lord Arthur Stevenson all over it right now, all over JP. And we haven't seen JP get anything turned around as of yet. However, all you got to do is say something about it. See something, say something, and things change. And here we're starting to see why JP is the leader of the corporate syndicate. And look, we talked about it earlier, too. But getting thrown in to the ring post, the exposed ring buckle, and the managers doing what they do, but it actually backfires on them. And JP uses that to his advantage and takes advantage of it and throws the Lord right into it. And look, I don't know if JP is the cockiest wrestler that we have, but he's got to be up there. He's got to be in the top 5. You look at him and Totes, they're probably right up there, 1 and 2. 2! And I think that exposed turnbuckle pad probably did a lot more damage than we even realized. Right now, JP trying to end it right here. Can he do it? Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And JP finds a way to come out on top. But I'm going to tell you right now, there is no way the Lord is going to be okay with managers costing him the match. That is not going to be a good deal backstage. all the way up into that point until JP notices that exposed turnbuckle pad. The Lord has got it in hand.
Here is your winner, and still United States Champion, the All-American JP.
Has it in hand, no problem. Looking like things are about to end, and end with a quickness. JP sees that exposed turnbuckle pad, throws him in, and with the Lord's height, chest first into it, so hits him right in the chest, knocks the wind out of him, and from there, JP starts taking advantage of that and then comes away with the victory. But I'm just telling you, no way the Lord is going to be like, yeah, no, that's cool that you made a mistake, bro. Just not quite his deal. What is going on? Vipiro, welcome to the show. It's crazy. I saw Blaze say, oh no, it's Vipiro, but I don't see anything. I don't see where Vipiro talked before then. Crazy. I see him now, but I didn't see the thing before. Now, getting into some other things. Two more guys we haven't seen in a hot minute. Rated R2K making his debut on the Meltdown brand. And Jameson Emerald.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Bar from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 230 pounds, James Emerson.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Maybe I've missed a lot of things. Yeah, you're right. That was it. That was it. Now I see it. What's going on, Jayden Sharma? Welcome to the show. Yeah, so a couple different ways. You become a member of the channel, you're in the show, period. There's 4 different options. Even the lowest, which I believe is like $2.99 a month, like you're in the show.
And his opponent from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 263 pounds, the Violator, RTK!
You show up, another easy way. I've got a PlayStation. You show up, another real easy way to do it. Just show up in the chat, support the show, support the channel. Join the Discord. We'll have a conversation. We'll see what goes on, and we'll get you on the list. Yeah, right now we are maxed out with the wrestlers. But we've got a list right now, and so things change all the time. So yeah, show up, be a supporter of the channel. We'll get you in. One of the perks of membership, you become a member. I've got to figure it out. A non-member will end up off the show, and we'll get you in. So 2 different ways we could go about it. One free and one very inexpensive. And look at this. Again, we haven't seen Jameson Emerald in a non-tag match in a hot minute. We saw him make his debut that way, but he's been in with Kedry. And we've seen Kedry in some singles matches, but we haven't seen a lot of Jameson Emerald in singles matches. Right now, we see Rated R2K, the Gunner, taking Jameson Emerald on the outside and taking him right off. You can see that That thin rubber mat on the floor is very thin. Not a lot of protection. And with no title belt on the line, you can absolutely win the match. You can win title matches by countout, but the title belt wouldn't change hands. There is no title belt on this match. So you could absolutely win this match by countout. Now, one of the questions you got to start wondering, will Jamison Emerald be able to switch up the tactics a little bit from singles matches to from a tag match tactic to singles match? Like, tag match is a little bit different. You can go as hard as you want. Don't really have to manage the energy so well, because how you manage that is tagging your partner in and out. Looking at R2K, it has been a hot minute since we have seen him in the ring. So is he going to have his own ring rust? Right now, both guys looking like they're doing fine. Really, R2K looking like he's doing fine. But we know one thing about Jamison Emerald. He is a brawler. He likes to brawl. We have seen him take a lot of punishment and then come back and deal out even more punishment. So, can he get it turned around right now? He is going to have to, because I'm going to tell you what, R2K is relentless. He does not let up at all. When you think he's going to quit, he doesn't. And here we go, getting ready to put it on him, and hits him with it. 1, 2, 3, and look, even if you're a brawler, even if you're this, even if you're that, at the end of the day, you can't let R2K get rolling, because he will not stop. It's not one of those things where he'll stop and be like, oh, that's cool, let's slow down the pace of the match. He has no slowdown in him. So then when you start looking at how to beat him, you can use that against him. You can use that and turn it around against him. Right there is the link to the Discord. So follow us on Discord. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on X. But yeah, get in. Become a part of the community. That is more or less what this is. And we'll get you written into the storylines.
Here is your winner, the Violator, RTK!
We also support a lot of other E-Federations that are out there. Blaze Radio is another one. Go check out his channel. Link is above. Just scroll up a little bit. But look, we have been seeing some matches here tonight where some people are coming out now that the brand splits have happened. And look, Jake, very determined to win. Frost, and I think it would have been different had Dubs had his title belt on the line. But he didn't. So I think he came in, was like, oh, we haven't seen Frost in a minute, and kind of maybe took it for granted a little bit. But probably see him going on. And then really a mistake by a manager getting JP that win. So, and great on JP to notice. He saw it happening and said, hey, this is why I'm the leader of the corporate syndicate. Let me show you something. Here's a mistake you made, and then turns it in. Not just noticing the mistake, but then turns that mistake into a win. And look at the state of these two guys. Digital Dogs, the brand new leader of the TWO, coming out Universal Hardcore Champion and the TCW Special Series title holder of the Survival title, Chilivok, making his way down to the ring. Now, Digital Dogs, the largest wrestler in the history of the TCW. Brand new look. Brand new attitude. Can they get it done here tonight? He has seen the women's TWO faction fail tonight. He has seen the men's TWO faction fail tonight. TWO hasn't got a win on either side. But will that change here tonight? Will the corporate syndicate finally lose the United States tag team title belts? And look, we have seen the Vipers. We have seen the corporate syndicate. We have seen the tag team of Zach Hamilton and Vipero take on some of the largest wrestlers on the planet. You can see both of them. Cruiserweight wrestlers. Gonna have another big one here tonight. Chilliwack, another cruiserweight. But Digital Dogs, the largest wrestler in the history of the TCW. Can they take back some title belts here tonight? Yeah, it might be. That might be. What's going on, Witcher sister? Welcome to the show. Witcher, your match was the first match here tonight.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the United States Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 612 pounds. The Universal Hardcore Champions and the All-Star Classic Champions, the Destroyer Dino Dog and the unpredictable Shin E-Bomb, the NWO.
Let's keep this in perspective. Chilliwack's a cruiserweight, 612 pounds.
At a combined weight of 405 pounds, the United States Tag Team Champions, Zach Hamilton, and the Snake V. Pierre O. The Syndicate.
This team has given up 207 pounds. That is 103.5 pounds per wrestler. However, they have given up plenty of weight before, but it is interesting to see how they're wanting to start this out with Digital starting it out in the ring. Now, you talk about a leader, Digital, a man, a few words. However, leading from the front, gets things started for Chilliwack, gets things in control. What are they doing? Look at these guys stalking. They're like, hey, let me help you lift them up. Oh, Chili moving quick, but Zach moving just a bit quicker. Goes, hooks that arm, rolls them through into Schoolboy. And Chilliwack able to get it turned back around. Now look at this. Quick ins, quick outs. What is going on? Wally, welcome to the show, brother. Oh. Little slam going on there. And this is where Zach has really got to use his speed to overcome what Digital is doing. It's got to be, especially when you're looking, you got to break through some of the defenses Digital's going to have. You know, Digital's going to be able to take, you know, head-on shots, head-on offense. So how do you get around it? How do you get and break through that so that you can start doing the things that you need to do to win the match? Chilliwack back in, and you can see Zach Hamilton kind of almost playing a little bit of possum right there until he can get Chili in. And maybe this is the corporate syndicate still. Maybe they're like, hey, we're going to have to take some stuff from from Digital, but we know Digital Dogs will tag out fast if he's dominating the match. So make it look like he's dominating. Get Chili in so we can fight somebody our own size. Chilavok going after, doing some high risk, high reward. Hooks the leg. One. Now, if that is their strategy, that is a dangerous strategy to have, because Digital, super powerful wrestler, I'd want to be saying out of the clutches. But so far, it is what it looks like. They've had a little bit more success fighting Chilavok in the ring. Obviously, like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But you can already see how slow Zach Hamilton's moving. Now, Vipiro getting his first shot at it. Oh, little sidestep maneuver right there. And this is exactly what I would do if I was Chili. Let's get some double team actions. Oh, what in the world is that? This is hilarious. Chilavok must have been in the gym to give any assistance. I think that was more for show than for actual assistance that was going there. But very smart. But again, look, Digital Dogs dominating, and so immediately comes and gets Chilavok tagged right back into this match. So it really is starting to look like that could be their strategy right now. Chili going up top. Is Vipiro waiting for it, though? What was that? That was like a 720. Oh, Vipiro's pissed. Vipiro's like, nobody 720s me. Maybe you 360 me, but you certainly don't 720 me. Not having it. Chili, though, not allowing the double team actions to go. So far, only the TWO really able to take advantage of those double teams. Chili now kind of getting it turned around, looking like Vipiro was looking for the emergency tag, but instead he... Oh! Vipiro fighting through it. Both men going back and forth. And you are starting to see a new side of Chilavok, especially since he started wrestling with Digital. Thought we would see another 720, but that was more like a 180. A 180 flippity doodah. You know what I mean? It was a double 180. There's a 180 going over, but not quite, and then a 180 going sideways, too. He's doing all kinds of snowboarding type maneuvers off that top rope today. What is going on, Derek? Welcome to the show. But I am going to tell you right now, we have seen the corporate syndicate look like they are absolutely getting dominated by a tag team, to where if the betting tables were still open, people would have been betting against them, only for them to come back and get a little sneakity win. You know what I mean? They don't call them the Vipers for no reason. They don't call them the Snakes for no reason. What kind of owie sauce was that? Chilavok gonna try it again. Finally! Finally! The double team has come back to the TCW. But emergency tag happens, and look, Digital Dogs was getting all kinds of fired up, and Zach Hamilton came at him. Digital not having it, though, not happy about it, and says, hey, I'm just here for double team action. I'm just here for the double teaming. Oh, you didn't know? Hooks the leg, too. And I thought with that we were going to have some brand new United States Tag Team Champions. But again, we've talked about this. We have seen them dominate it, and then we see them come back and win it. But I think I think right now the TWO doing something a lot wiser. They must have really did some homework, because you see they have not stopped double teaming. We have seen other teams come out double team in about the first 5, 6, 7 minutes of the match and then get away from it. Corporate Syndicate comes and they win the belts. Oh, look at Zach Hamilton. He's like, I'm the champ. I'll put you in whatever corner. I'll put you in your own corner and whoop you. Vipero now getting in. Oh, Digital's like, I'm not even going to mess with you. Your mask looks too good. Not even messing with you. Let's get Chilivok in. And Chilivok got struck by the snake, by the Viper, and split open. Double team right now from the Corporate Syndicate. Chilla trying to fight back. Zach Hamilton saving his buddy, knocking out the referee, knocking Chilivok down, just knocking down everybody. I don't even know who the legal man is anymore. Apparently it's Zach Hamilton. What a crazy turn of events. And again, we talk about it. Absolutely being dominated, nothing going downtown, nothing happening, nothing to see here. We're going to have some brand new tag champs, and then again, the champions out of nowhere finding a way to win. Now, didn't think about this. What is going on, JP? Welcome to the show. You were in the last match, I believe. It was the last match of the match before, defending the United States title belt. Again, you can't win by countout. Chilivok knows that. Gets Zach back in the ring, but this is one of those things I was going to say. The champions have the champion advantage. If they can't win, will they try to go for the countout to retain the title belts? What if Digital came in right now with some perfect timing? What if Digital found a way to choke slam Zach right? Oh, Zach wisely misses the big boot. But again, Digital just too powerful. And even though they've made inroads against Chili, they have not made any inroads against Digital Dogs, the leader of the TCW. What is going on? Raymond Jones, welcome to the show, brother. And look at the absolute raw power of Digital Dogs. I do not know how Vipero was able to turn it around and get back up so quickly. And you can see the toll it has taken on not just Zach Hamilton, but on Vipero as well. You can see the toll that this match has been taken on Chilivok. Chili's broken open. You can see the bruising, though, on the body of Zach and Vipero. And Digital still proven to be too strong, proven to be too powerful. And another double team maneuver coming in, and Rot Rosketios, is this going to be it? Will he go for the pin? He does. One. And only a 1 count. Only a 1 count on Vipero. That is shocking. Chili now going back up top. What is he going to do? And that is his finisher. Even Zach was like, I don't think Vipero's going to be able to kick out of it. But again, now can he get Digital Dogs back in the ring? Or can they get a strong enough double team move to end this match? Will he go for the pin? He does. He hooks the leg. Do we have new champions? 2, 3. And the TWO gets a big victory here tonight. And finally will send Zach Hamilton and Vipiro to the Outbreak brand. Now, this is crazy. We heard Vipiro talk about this earlier. He is the senior member of the corporate syndicate and now will go to join Sam Hacksaw, leaving the leader of the corporate syndicate behind. Will Vipiro try to make a power play maybe to become the leader of the corporate syndicate? Look, at the end of the day, why wouldn't he bite the hand that feeds him? I'm just saying. Rabbit finds a snake on the side of the road. He nurses him back to health. They become, they're the best buddies. The snake eventually bites the rabbit. The rabbit on his deathbed is like, why did you bite me? And the snake says, because I'm a snake. I'm just saying. Could it happen?
Here are your winners.
Oh, that's funny.
United States Tag Team Champions, the Destroyer, Dino Dog, and the unpredictable Shin E-Thon.
Obviously.
NWO.
Obviously an instant classic right there. Digital Dogs and Chilliwack becoming the United States Tag Team Champions. Now, the women getting ready to put it on the line as well. Brand new face scan now for Anita T. I like this one better. I think this one fits much better. Again, I don't know what anybody looks like, but I do like how this face scan came out. Sid B, Anita T getting ready to put the Women's United States Tag Team titles on the line against the Judge, Julie Justice, and Victoria Van Diver, both former Women's World Champions and multi-time tag team champions. So this is going to be quite the match. Also, brand new face scan for Judge Julie Justice. Like, even when we're not having the shows, we're still doing stuff. No worries there. But now, the two of them coming down to the ring, and despite, we'll see what it looks like in the ring. I think I left most of the shiny hair for the entrance and fixed the shiny hair when they're in the ring. So let's see if that's true. Guys, so while we got a chance, remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, share the video. You also want to check and make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. I can show you some stats that will be mind-boggling. Like, we should be over 4,000 subscribers right now, to be fair. Some weird thing happens with YouTube, and we're not. So, joke's on us. But just check, make sure you're still subscribed. Share the video, probably the most important thing. If you guys want to become a member, you want to become wrestlers in the universe, you don't even have to ask me. Become a member of the channel. As long as you're a member of the channel, you will have a wrestler in our universe. That is one of the perks of membership. But right now, Sid B, the second largest wrestler, the second largest women's wrestler, Crimson being the first. and Anita T, the Destroyer, have grabbed onto these tag team title belts and have absolutely laid waste to their competition. Can two former world champions change that here tonight?
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's United States Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the Judge Julie Justice and Victoria Van Diver, the Authority. And their opponents, the Women's United States Tag Team Champions, the Movable Objects, Cindy, and the Destroyer, Antista T, the Insiders.
So, huge test for the champions here tonight. Again, Judge Julie Justice, Victoria Van Diver, very established as a tag team in the women's division. Also, very established as singles wrestlers, multi-time world champions. So, interesting strategy right now. I would have thought they would have went right after that Anita T would have been the one to start the match. But look, this is exactly what Digital and Chilliwack did. Sid B starting the match, and now the champions, maybe they were back, you know, sitting in the gorilla going, hey, what's happening? Saw what the TWO just did, saw what Chilliwack and Digital Dogs just did, and maybe they're like, yeah, that's what we need to do to defend our title belts against the Judge and against Victoria Van Diver. Like, we need quick ins, quick outs, tags back and forth to make sure that we retain our title belts here tonight. Now, Anita T getting it turned right back around. We have seen her compete in the Junior Women's World Division and did quite well. Will she take that in this season and maybe parlay that into a world title run herself? Don't know. Right now, her and Sid B, the United States Tag Team Champions. And look, when you hold those title belts, it takes up a lot of your time. You know what I mean? Yeah. I changed your moveset, Witcher, and it's working really, really well. Yep, your new moveset is on another level. And I think, no, depends on which wrestler Blaze downloaded of you. If he goes and looks and doesn't download the vanilla version of you, but downloads the newest version of you, he'll have the moveset as well. Now again, Champion's Advantage applies. We've only got 2 matches left here tonight. Money in the Bank briefcase will be on the line in the next match, in the main event of the evening. But again, the champions don't care if they get in. They don't care if they get out. they will retain the title belts on the countout, win or lose. So Blaze, you got the version that looks like mine tonight? Like, was she wearing that outfit? Look at this now, taking the judge up to the top. Yeah, her new moveset is hard to beat. There was a couple huge flaws in the moveset that, and I don't know how they got in there for this season, but somehow they did. One! And that was a quick tag right there on Anita T. But the judge trying to pass a verdict like a heat-seeking missile. Look at that right there, that sideways figure four, really getting a lot of leverage on the leg. Not quite a figure four, but the same concept. That was like a figure 2.5. It was a figure triangle. And look at Victoria Van Diver's outfit. Like, it's a little bit next level too. You can see their hair not as shiny. Tone down the shine inside the match. Boots on another level. What is this? Another avalanche. Now they're just passing those out. That's like candy. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Get you some of that. Eating it up like Pac-Man. Yeah, I didn't think so. When Blaze grabbed you, it was about an hour later when I downloaded the new version. And I highly debated uploading the new version. But the game keeps breaking, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah, right now we have about 80 of our wrestlers uploaded. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Witcher's new moveset is hard to beat. There's still flaws. I leave flaws in all of them. Every one of our wrestlers has flaws in their moveset, but Witcher had a lot of flaws in the moveset. I don't know what happened, and the only reason I noticed is because it took her finisher and changed it, and I was like, I don't know why. Like, I didn't change it, but all of a sudden, for about 4 matches, Witcher wasn't doing her finishing move, wasn't doing the Witch's Brew, and so when I went and looked, I noticed it wasn't just that; it was a lot of things. And we have seen this from Sid B quite a few times where she I would almost call it like toying with her food, but look at that. I'm telling you, I don't care who you are, you hit Totes or you hit Frankie Two Fingers with that move, and I'm done. Just like that. Did you see, it's not even her finishing move, but did you just see the power behind that last move? You stand over the top, then you bam, you bring the forearm down right on top of the old scunion. Frankie Two Fingers, I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm not having it. I'm out. But look, the champs doing exactly what the champs needed to do. And this should be a notice to a lot of people. They have been beating everyone. You look at some of the top tag teams in the TCW, in the women's division, they beat them. They've been beating them. They've been beating them with the titles on the line. They beat them when the titles aren't on the line. If it was a baking show, they would beat them. If it was powerlifting, they're going to beat you. Like these two, Anita T and Sid B, have been on an absolute another level. Quilting, they already beat you. Fly killing contests, they beat you. You want to do jumping rope? They beat you. They have been whooping people up and down, left and right. Right here, this move right here. Hurt? No way. Right on the top of the scunion. 1, 2, yeah.
Here are your winners, and still Women's United States Tag Team Champions, the Destroyer, Antista T, and the Movable Object, Cindy, the Insiders.
I feel like the only thing saving people right now from one of these two not winning the world title is these two tag team title belts that they keep defending. What is going on, Jesse Jackhammer? Welcome to the show. You made it just in time for the main event of the evening. The Monday Meltdown, Money in the Bank briefcase on the line. Matt Storm, Logan Windsor, GC Rock, and Totes McGoats. Thought Totes would be like doing something else, but apparently the manager has talked him in. And look, after seeing what the manager did tonight, after seeing what Paul Ellering did tonight, how long is he going to be the manager of this group? I don't know. I don't know that the Lord Arthur Stevenson is going to let that guy stay around.
Four-way Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Manchester, England, weighing in at 306 pounds, GC Rock.
I'm going to tell you what, GC Rock already a scary figure, but look at the 2 spikes on that jacket. I'm not attacking him on the way to the ring, you know what I mean? Like, Frankie Two Fingers would not be attacking him on the way to the ring. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. You get stabbed by one of them spikes on the jacket, your night is over now. You're gonna get laid up in recovery for a few months. Another one, you wonder, is anybody ever going to challenge GC Rock to take off his helmet? We've never seen it done before. We've never seen anybody challenge him. I don't even think, yeah, we saw the bike. We saw the bike get challenged for one time, I think, but nobody has challenged him for his helmet. There was one match. If you guys watch our daily matches, it will be coming up here in the next couple months. There was one match where GC Rock wrestled without the helmet on.
And his opponents, first from Newport, Wales, weighing in at 275 pounds, Logan!
Logan now making his way down to the ring, and this is another one. You look at GC Rock making his way, scary dude. You see Logan making his way down to the ring. Frankie Two Fingers, I'm not getting in the ring with either, like, maybe I get in the ring with one of them, but I ain't getting in the ring while they're both in the ring. You know what I mean? I'm not having that. I'll buy my ticket and I'll just sit in the front row if I wanted to get close to the action. But I would not be getting in the ring with them. And with these two guys in the ring, I'm wondering how the ring is even going to stay supported. Like, how does the ring stay supported? They must have, during the break, like, the pit crew probably came down and was adding, like, extra support to this ring. I mean, Totes, you look at Totes and you look at Matt Storm. Yeah, they're big guys. They're not this big. You know, we used to think before Totes got kicked out, we thought it was the Totes World Order, but it is the total World Order under Digital Dogs right now. TWO member making his way down to the ring. And again, Matt Storm with some things to prove. Had a chance to win back the United States title belt. Couldn't get it done there, but can he get it done here tonight? Can he earn the #1 contendership to the world title and the opportunity to cash in that shot whenever he wants? Not on the champion's timeline, but on his own timeline. Can he get it done here tonight? Money in the Bank briefcase up for grabs in this match.
Representing the War Raiders from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 258 pounds, Tonio McGriff.
Totes now making his way down to the ring. Former leader of the TWO. Is he going to be able to keep his eye on the prize here tonight, or will he get sidetracked with trying to dish out punishment to TWO members? Will he get sidetracked and only be focused on Matt Storm? You look at the current TWO, Totes, the guy that brought them all in there, and then they turn on him. And Totes hasn't been the same since then. Kind of a one-track mind type of a deal. Is he actually trying to go after the Money in the Bank briefcase? Is he trying to go after GC Rock? You saw him and GC Rock, like one of the original feuds in our universe. And at the same time, you also have Logan in the ring with 3 former world champions. Can Logan prove that this is where he belongs as well, that he belongs in this world title picture? Matt Storm once had a shot very similar to this. Tonight, Logan gets his shot. Should he be in this match? Probably not. Is he in this match? Absolutely. Does he have the talent to be in this match? He does, but does he have the experience in the TCW? No. But that can all change. Matt Storm, again, was afforded an opportunity like this one time before, took absolute advantage of it, and parlayed that into a world title shot. Look at the size. GC Rock and Logan Windsor, just about the same size. Logan even might be even a little bit bigger. But as of right now, Logan more than holding his own. Going after the head of Totes. Totes shocked he hadn't been split open. And that's what these two guys, GC Rock and Logan, are going to have to make sure they don't break this ring and get everybody disqualified. What is Totes doing? Totes making a gesture towards the camera that, one of those things that make you go, huh. And it looked like all of a sudden Logan was really getting and making some inroads against GC Rock, but Totes taking advantage. And I don't think he's really like going after Logan so much as just trying to take advantage of a situation. And then took his eye off the prize. Logan says, I'm not taking my eye off the prize. Huge power bomb, hooks the leg. 1, 2, only a 1 count. Totes wisely rolls out, looking like he was going after something, but Logan said, not today, buddy. We're going to try to keep it clean. Totes says that he does not believe in clean. And GC Rock with a huge splash on the inside. Getting Matt Storm. Matt Storm just kicking and swinging for the fences. I am shocked Totes able to get Logan up over his head like that. Oh, Matt Storm. Look at that. Absolute TWO type wrestling going on right there. Totes, though, splitting open Logan. And Matt Storm breaks it up, but then goes to pay the price. Totes paying the price with the big O elbow. 1, 2. Totes trying to get back to his feet. GC Rock, though, going after. Oh, Totes, little tricksy. Does a little tricksy on GC Rock. Matt Storm getting after Logan right here. Matt Storm, last man standing in the ring. Totes trying to get back to his feet. Logan trying to get back to his feet. Totes picking him up again, bringing him back down. And now has the kendo stick. Matt Storm falls, will count anywhere. But a little late getting over there. So lots of action still going on inside and outside the ring. Totes wisely gets out of the way, but then stops looking at Logan. Logan mocking Totes, and Totes tells the crowd, he's like, hey, don't do the one thing. That's what I do. You be quiet, crowd. Matt Storm right now looking like he is dominating GC Rock. Totes now setting up for it. Can this end Logan's night? Hooks up the extraction. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And I don't care. That is still a great showing by Logan in this match. Again, when you're looking at who he is wrestling in this match, oh, Rockopotamus getting ready to be done on Totes right on top of that table. GC Rock hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Totes somehow able to kick out in 2. I really thought that was going to be the end of the night right there. Totes trying to get back to his feet. Matt Storm trying to play it up to the crowd, and I'm been shocked that Totes hasn't focused more on Matt Storm. Oh, GC Rock said, come here. Totes said, okay. And came here he did. And it looked like Totes was stalking Matt Storm, but Matt Storm maybe laying the trap for Totes. GC Rock making his way back in the ring. Matt Storm didn't see that one coming, and what is this? Oh, crazy slam right on top of the table. Another slam right on top of the table, but Matt Storm able to recover in time. Totes rolling out of the ring. And Matt Storm taking it to him. Totes has been down an awful long time. Matt Storm now going, setting up the table, but will he get a chance to use it? No, Totes knocks it down. And then Totes goes to pick up the table. That table has been the bane of Totes' existence. That is 2 times Totes has tried to set up that table, and either GC Rock or Matt Storm taking it to him. You know what I mean? Oh, the referee slowing down the fall of Totes McGoats. Matt Storm right back on it. Oh, that is a smaller version of the perfect storm. It splits open Totes, and that is going to be the end of Totes' night. So again, Matt Storm in a great position to become Mr. Money in the Bank. That's how he got his last shot at the world title. Can he do it again? And GC Rock really hasn't been in the title picture for a while, but here it is, Rockopotamus hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Matt Storm able to kick out of the finishing move of GC Rock. And GC Rock now looking like he can almost taste this title. Taste the title shot, looking like he wants it. 1, 2. And Matt Storm kicks out again. Went for it again, but this time unable to put Matt Storm in the Rockopotamus. And normally we see the perfect storm done in the ring, but we just saw Matt Storm has got the ability on the outside of the ring to hit it as well. Maybe not as strong, but still powerful. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And only a 1 count. That is unreal. That is unreal. GC Rock looking like he might be getting stronger as this match goes on. And it looked like I really thought Matt Storm had this match in the bag. I thought the match was going to be over a couple minutes ago. Matt Storm trying to get back, but look, he keeps hitting GC Rock with everything he has, but he just hit him with the perfect storm. Hooks the leg. 2. And how did GC Rock kick out of that? What is going on, Angel? Brother, welcome to the show. Been a minute. Rolls him again. 2, 3, and Matt Storm comes away as your Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, this is one of those things where Matt Storm is unbelievable in these Money in the Bank briefcase matches. It's almost like he understands what is on the line, especially you put him in a four-way match. Maybe he wins, maybe he loses. But you put him in a four-way match or a six-way or an eight-way or whatever way you want. You put him in a match where it's a Royal Rumble elimination match. It doesn't matter what it is. Matt Storm finds a way to come away with the briefcase. It's what he does.
Here is your winner, the Captain, Matt Storm.
You can look at his face. You can see beaten, battered. You see the bruises on his body. You know it was a brutal match to be in. And Matt Storm comes away the winner. Now, the TWO on the women's side did not win a match tonight. It started out the same way with the men, and then the leader of the TWO, Digital Dog, showing you how to get it done. Matt Storm sitting back there, watching, seeing what's going on. Maybe use that as inspiration. The TWO bringing home the United States title belts again. Maybe he uses that as inspiration, and then he goes out and wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. So congratulations going out to Matt Storm. And look, a brand new look, the Total World Order, showing the brand new symbol of the TWO. Guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you for joining us. If you want to become a wrestler in our universe, two ways you can do it. One, become a member of the channel. You don't even have to ask me. Become a member of the channel. Join our Discord. Let me know what you want your wrestler to look like. That is a perk of channel membership. Not the free ones that we give away, but you actually becoming a member of the channel. And for as long as you're a member, that's as long as you will be a wrestler in this universe. Number two, subscribe to the channel, show up to the shows, be an active member of our community. It is a great community to be a part of. Get in the Discord. Let's have a conversation, and we'll get you on the list to join. Right now, we are maxed out. We've got the maximum number that we can have. So, but we'll get you on the list, and we will get you into the shows. So, two different ways you can do it. Kind of a choose your own adventure. You can do that. But guys, from everybody here to everyone, much, I know we're better than that. I know this community is. So, appreciate everything you guys are doing. Love every single one of you. And we will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.